All right, Kenneth. So I know I am the real estate expert of the crew here, but I know you also have a lot of knowledge here. So definitely wanted to kind of go back and forth on the discussion here that's, a large one, right? Home ownership is becoming more and more unaffordable, and veterans really need to make sure they're maximizing their opportunities. So with maximizing the VA benefit, they're really able to increase the type of home they're able to afford. So now when you were going through and purchasing your first home, were you aware of just how the funding fee intersected with VA service connection?
No way, no how I was aware about any type of funding fee exemptions. Just going through the process was just a new and scary new life that I was just unaware of. And also going through the process, one thing that that you always want to kind of peel back to see is what benefits can actually help the veteran. And the VA loan is one, VA loan entitlement is one of the grandest benefits for a veteran, and that most veterans and all veterans should use. However, there are stipulations, and the VA funding fee was one that I did not know about.
No, absolutely. That's an important one that the veterans and even active duty service members need to be aware of. So of course, if you are at least 10% service connected, you qualify to have that funding fee waived. Okay, so it's going to be considered an exemption due to being service connected. And that funding fee can be a significant amount, with it being 2.15% of the loan amount on your first purchase utilizing the VA loan. And if you use the VA loan again, because what some veterans don't know is you can utilize that VA loan more than once, you can actually have the funding fee increase. So you want to make sure you're maximizing your VA benefits. And if you qualify for service connection, you absolutely want to utilize that, because that's going to help decrease thousands of dollars on your spending for your home loan.
When we talk about the funding fee, right, there's so many different layers with it. You're absolutely right. It saves thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for veterans. And it's just as simple of making sure that you are 10% service connected. And in some cases, we can arguably say this is one of the house hacks that, that we can be applied to what house hacking looks like, right? But I will say, again, when we're talking about that, your benefits play a huge part as well. Because when we talk about this additional tax-free compensation, this is a very, very, very special thing. And why I say it's so special, because it is currently at this moment tax-free, and the VA loan looks at it as such. Again, when we talk about that, it is going to give you the opportunity to support you and your family to enter homeownership based upon the benefit compensation that you receive. Okay. And now with those benefits, we want to make sure that you are not only walking into the house as a first home buyer, but your VA disability compensation could assist being able to get you in the house that you want. And why I say that is because it is tax-free. And now we can go into the discussions of being able to leverage that by increasing lowering your DTI, or debt to income ratio. But again, we can go on and on about that. But again, specifically, the VA loan is one of those most magnificent entitlements that is offered.
No, absolutely. And really, it acts as the gateway, right? So when you are, looking at purchasing a home and you are a service connected veteran, well, that increased income, again, as Kenneth said, is going to be a tremendous tool for you to have additional funds, right? Because oftentimes, you may be limited in what you make on your regular job. However, when you combine having your extra $4,000 a month, that's going to make a world of difference in qualifying for a home, but also just in being able to maintain a basic standard of living as expenses continue to arise. So what you really want to do, and kind of what we want to shift the conversation towards, Kenneth, is how veterans can really make sure that they're having the correct financial planning and not experiencing that lifestyle creep when they're getting service connected. Because a lot of times you'll have that big back pay, and you may go out and hopefully, again, as we're talking about, purchase a home, but you may buy a new car, you may get new furniture, other different toys and things that you like for yourself, your spouse, and the kids. But you really want to make sure that you are utilizing that and you're really treasuring that money, right? Because if you think about the reason that you're receiving that money in the first place, it's because you put your body on the line for the country. So every penny that you receive from the VA, you want to make sure that it's going towards something that is very much so meaningful for you and your family.
Listen, veterans, by all means, we are not here to tell you what to do with your compensation, your benefits, and also your disability compensation or any type of benefits that's offered to you, including the VA home loan. But what we are here to do is educate. Listen, veterans, you put your mind, body, and soul on the line, and thousands before you has lost their lives. So let's cherish the benefits that's offered to you. Not only cherish the benefits, let's put them to good use for your family. For your family. This is who you're doing it for. So let's make sure that we really, really take use and really, really put in perspective how your benefits can be useful to buy a home. You remember BH? That's what it is. Let's go ahead and make sure that we continue to utilize those benefits for good use. And when we talk about financial planning, I do want to always make sure that we speak on how is it going to maximize the VA home loan.
The compensation primarily helps, again, for you to qualify for the home. Okay, so it's going to be added to your qualifiable income. So if you have a job or career yourself, your spouse, and then you're able to add that additional income. So if you needed that to qualify for a bigger home, great. But if not, it can be calculated as reserves so that even if, let's say, without that additional income, let's say you qualified for a $500,000 house, but maybe with that additional income, you may qualify for a $650,000 house. But you can still choose to buy a $500,000 house and just totally disregard that income, even though that's going to be a permanent benefit for you in most cases. So it really just provides an extra security blanket for you funding your living expenses in any sense of how you decide to utilize that. And even though, let's say you're 100% permanent in total, and we're just kind of rounding up here and saying you're receiving $4,000 a month, they're not counting just the $4,000 a month because it is non-taxable funds there. So they're grossing that up, and the lenders have their own calculations on how they do that. So you always want to make sure that you are speaking with a real estate professional in your area, and also your mortgage lender, so they can educate you on your exact situation. But one other underutilized benefit that the veteran community is not always exposed to is that when purchasing a home, so many different states and so many different local programs have down payment assistance programs that you can, in fact, utilize your VA loan for. Now, because the VA loan does not require a down payment, many active duty personnel and veterans utilizing the VA loan, they don't think towards utilizing down payment assistance. But many of those programs can be utilized for closing costs. They can be utilized for, in addition to just the closing costs that is associated with the transaction, you may have credit card debt that you may want to pay off and add that as closing costs on that loan. You can utilize those down payment assistance programs a lot of times for that. So you always want to talk to your real estate professionals in your area and really look at all of the options. Yes, you already have the down payment taken care of, utilizing that zero down payment required VA loan, but those other avenues of assistance programs can really assist you with maximizing, and that's truly a maximization of your VA benefit.
Wow, no, true indeed. I can't agree more. And also, I think we missed one hugely valuable point: stability. Right? We that stability that the lender or real estate professional really goes in to look for when calculating your jobs, your income, and your pretty much total overall gross income that is calculated, in which your affordability of your home. We have to really understand that they're also looking for stability, and that is a stable income that is going to be ongoing. But I tell you right now, one pro tip, right? A lot of times, and again, it's going to be based upon the lender that is being used. When we talk about disability compensation, that is something that is going to typically be an ongoing monthly compensation payment due on to you. But a lot of veterans ask, can I use my GI Bill education benefits for my home purchase? Well, typically, unfortunately, a lot of lenders, the answer would say no. And because it is a temporary income that is going to be paid out to you while you're in school. So unfortunately, that income that is drawn in is not taken into consideration for your actual loan amount.
All right, Kenneth, to really finish what we're talking today, just wanted to zoom all the way out, right? And, talk about why policy changes matter and how veterans could ultimately stay informed about the changes before it actually impacts them.